I got on testosterone and I started gaining weight like crazy. My appetite was just going through the roof, and with all of my emotions changing, you know, and this is a course of overtime. This isn't like the day I got on testosterone, but throughout going on testosterone and transitioning, like within the first year or so, I gained so much weight and I started to just like change mentally so fast. It's not that I didn't care, it was that like there were just too many changes going on for me to focus on it. I was gaining so much acne and so much weight and, you know, getting depressed. It was a big mess, so I wasn't so much focused on the portion of my anorexia. But then my acne started to clear up because I got on Accutane, and you know, things just started to really change, and I started to, you know, actually go to college and, you know, be presented in public, and I just had so many crazy changes going on that I started to refocus in on my physical appearance. I think another big difference between whenever I was a girl was I wore a lot tighter clothing so you could see, but whenever I first transitioned, I wore baggier shirts so you couldn't really tell what I looked like. You know, I looked pretty average even though I had a lot of fat in my face. I didn't realize it at the time, and I thought I was just like, you know, oh, I'm going through puberty, so I'm gonna look like a baby again. So I remember I looked in the mirror and I was like, holy crap, like how did I let myself get this way? I would have never thought that I would end up like this. I was almost 160 pounds and still my height, 5'4", 5'5", and I went from being, what, probably like 110 to 160, like 50-pound difference. That's huge, and it really freaked me out. I pretty much went back downhill. I didn't have the same thoughts because I processed everything differently, but I definitely started purposefully skipping meals, you know, going a little bit hungry. Not too crazy like I did last time, but I definitely would intentionally skip meals, and I would really think about what I was consuming in my body, and I started to work out a lot. This time I think I started to over-exercise. If you were eating a healthy amount, it wouldn't have been considered over-exercising, but I was jogging 6 miles a day. I was doing like hour-long workouts, and I was constantly going on walks, on runs. Whenever I would sit, like I would try to like sit on like a yoga ball crisscross applesauce so that way I'd have to like balance my core. I was constantly trying to get in exercise, but because I was really limiting the amount that I was eating, it was really unhealthy. But, and I'm not saying this to encourage you, it worked. In a matter of like not even months, I dropped back down to 115. It was crazy, just so fast. And I really got into this swing where I was being unhealthy again, and I was having these obsessions again. I was really compulsive about what I ate, and I got back down to where I was eating like 1 can of soup every day. This was a couple of months ago, very recent. Like I was getting really small, and I started to get to like, you know, 115 and then 110, and my sister saw, you could see my bones in the mirror whenever I would like hunch over, my spine like would pop. I could stand up straight and you could see everything, my ribs. I was just getting really thin, my hip bones, and I started to gain a little bit more weight, but I was definitely on that path. And then I met Oliver, and he really is like my saving grace, because I met him when I was going downhill, and he really prevented me from continuing that path, because I think if I hadn't met him, I really would have kept just indulging in this obsession. But I met him, and he made me feel really comfortable and really normal, and he's gone through a lot of experience that I had. And even better, he's really good with nutrition, and he's really good with exercise. He started to really take the time to teach me about proper diet and exercise, and he helped me incorporate great foods to put into my body, and he was really patient and would help me like, okay, well, this isn't settling with you, let's try this. And since I've been with him, I have gained healthy weight. I weigh now around 120 and before I was 115. So that's about 5 pounds of healthy weight that I've gained, which is awesome. I'm still not at the place that I want to be. I still struggle a lot. I constantly will ask Oliver if I'm getting fat, and you know, he handles it really well. But this is something that I'm still struggling with today. And I'm going to make a separate video talking more about specifically what I'm dealing with today and how I deal with it. But that's pretty much the journey that I went through up to this point today. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. It means a lot to me. If there's any questions or things that you want me to talk about specifically about what I went through, I would love to do that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.